well?
Yeah, when you got somebody else that's putting something in their head, we've been dealing with this for 5 years, and if you could take something that anybody else would say would be jokingly, they're going to try to find the bad part of it, and it's going to get all flipped around, and it's just they're bad people. That's we've been dealing with for 5 years. The only domestic stuff that's going on here is when my wife's been attacked by him while she has a permanent protective order against him. So anything they try to do to get a one-up on us with a custody situation, that's what they do.
Is there ever an incident with like a stun gun?
They're talking about something that was like 4 years ago that's been through the court system. That's not, neither one of us was, I was playing with my dog. It's got the laser, I don't even have the thing anymore. It's got a laser pointer on it. And he was chasing it. And it was funny. Nobody got shot by no stun gun or taser.
And that's, hey look, I have a stun gun, okay? It's not
Yeah,
like
I had one of them M18, it's one of the ones the police first has. It's an old timey one now, but it has the laser on it. Well, my dog upstairs, he liked to chase it. This was in probably 2010 that they're talking about. Nobody's been shocked by no taser. Nobody's been threatened with a taser.
What about like if the kids get in trouble, what do you do?
As far as,
Like this, but
I don't spank them. I haven't had, I mean, we really don't have any problems. I mean, other than we've been having problems with the 15-year-old. Basically, I guess I don't know what you know about this incident, but a few weeks ago, I intercepted a couple text messages, because the phones that the kids have are in my company name. I intercepted a text message, and his girlfriend was high, and I intercepted it. Well, he's been kind of back-talking, standoffish, stays to himself, don't tell, it's just totally not Kate. Well, a couple weeks ago, we decided to give him a drug test, which he passed. And we knew it, we confronted him about this, and he's basically, we didn't want him bullied. We found out his girlfriend cheated on him. Well, that's between him and her, but the thing we were concerned about is her best friend supposedly is her brother, which she's underage to be messing with him, is supposedly a drug dealer, and that's who got him the weed or cocaine, whatever it was. She was sending text pictures of marijuana leaves to his phone. Well, I got all the stuff, and I went and I confronted. I thought us and her mom were friends, but we'd want her to come to us if she found out something like this with one of the kids.
right, I don't want to know my teenagers.
And she didn't tell me thank you. She said, I've already dealt with this. I've known about this weeks ago. Pretty much basically stay out of my business, which I wouldn't. I said, we just feel like if Kate was doing something like this, we'd want you to tell us. We're just keeping you in the know. I forwarded her the video of what I intercepted of her daughter, and we were trying to keep, basically we didn't want Kate to fall into the wrong crowd. If you got a boyfriend or a girlfriend that's an influence, they're going to be easily influenced to do it. Like I said, we drug tested him, we didn't find nothing. And we don't talk to my wife's ex-husband in that. She's got a protective order. So we knew he was having problems there. So I decided to contact his girlfriend, which I guess is stepmom. By court order, she ain't even supposed to be living there, but she is because they're not married. So to try, I don't like him, she don't like him, but we hadn't had any major issues with her. So I decided to contact her to try to do a little co-parenting. I let her know of everything that was going on here. Well, here in turn, Kate's not going to do nothing with her. Kate's not going to do nothing with her. We're not going to let her around her, blah, 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 blah. Well, everything she told me was a lie. Because they let him go out with her for Valentine's Day. They took him out for her birthday with her. And they're talking about how good of a kid he is, how good a kid she is to her mom. My mind was blown. She talked to the kids about me and
Y'all sharing the video like that, or?
I got all the text right here. And, I sent it to her. She said, "Oh my God, I can't believe it. Is Kate on drugs?" I'm like, "We drug tested him now." And what they tried to do, because we're usually the ones that take care of them for Christmas and their birthdays. So since I told them I wasn't getting him a new phone, they usually don't get them stuff, or they'll get something from like the other family members and give it to them and say it's from them. They just lie about it. Well, they said, "Oh, he ain't doing nothing." Well, then all of a sudden they're letting him go out with her and hang out with her, and she's the best thing since sliced bread. She lied about everything they told me that they were going to do. And then I find out from the kids this weekend that they were basically making fun of us, just trying to keep us talking when we're trying to be the co-parents. And it really upset me and my wife because we're looking out for the best interests of the kids. And they went and did this. So I sent her a text message Sunday night. I said, "Did you tell the kids this, this, and this?" And she said, I can't remember what she said exactly, but it was like, "Yes." And I said, "Well, I thought we agreed to put our differences aside and work together for the kids. But then you went and did this to me?" And I took a picture of the text that she sent me that said, "We're going to put everything aside." And I sent it back to her. And she didn't send me nothing. It was a slap in our face. Like, this stuff's been going on for 5 years. She's only been in the picture for about 2. How can we have the kids stay here all summer, and they're here every weekend except for like the third weekend. How can we put something in place if the kids know when they go back over there they ain't going to enforce it? Or how can they enforce something when they know they come here for the weekend that we ain't going to enforce it? I mean, it's not...
No, that's huge.
And that's been the big issue here. Like, he's yelled at his mom. He's he cut the drawer over there with something. He destroyed his dresser. So we just... It's like you want to protect him. And I thought he was getting picked on by the 18-year-old guy she cheated on with, drug dealer, whatever. Well, he's 18. He's a man. If you're 18, you're not going to pick on or harass or threaten any of my kids. So, and this turned into a whole big ordeal that's leading in with this situation. They're just trying, I tried doing the right thing and it's blown up, trying to protect the kids and it's blown up in my face.
Okay.
So.
Well, I mean, yeah, I agree. I think co-parenting is huge. It's hard when you do have a protective order in place. But
that's why I went to, it was like stepdad going to stepmom since the problems with them. And she basically laughed at me to the kids, told them how we're just trying to get him to keep talking, told me a little bit about what was going on over there, and here we are again. I mean...
Well, if it truly is, because I told her I hate it when it is civil matters that we get called in more versus true things happening. But, I mean, if it is, I feel like y'all just have to be cautious, okay? I'm not telling you can't joke around and have a good time, but I don't want to hear that the kids are fearful.
Yeah, the kids ain't, I wouldn't say they're fearful, but it's like, if they're over there plotting something to do something to us, they don't let them kids talk over there. Over here, we're all equal, okay? As far as, you got your opinion, I got my opinion, you got yours. We'll let you talk and get what's off your mind. Over there, they don't have that opportunity. And that's been a big issue. The kids have tried either writing letters to their dad or sending a text, and we'll talk about it later. They gang up and they scream at him when they get home. They ain't the I guess you'd say stepmom, but they ain't married, and then him. Kids are to be seen, not heard, is what their view is. If they got something wrong, the way I was raised and the way Lori was raised, we couldn't talk to our parents about certain issues. We don't want them to feel like they can't come and talk to us. And over there, they can't. Bailey, the middle one, 3 birthdays in a row, they didn't do nothing for her. She comes here crying. But then for Kate's birthday, they bring him to go play laser tag, this, and that, because they were trying to buy him to win him over because he was punished here. We're not saying he can't see her, but she can't come over here with what she's doing. When we saw that there was no reinforcement from her mom taking a cell phone or just didn't really care that her kid was doing drugs, there was an issue with that. I mean, especially if somebody sends you if somebody sent me a video of my kid high, oh no, they're probably going to be snatched up by the head and they're going to be punished. I'm going to thank the parent for calling me and letting me know what's going on, but none of that happened. Because they're having problems, so I guess the kid's kind of acting out, and this is originally with Cade with that, but he worked with me this weekend, and he's, like I tell him all the time, he's learned a lot, and he's damn good at air conditioning, like running ductwork. He's totally different.
Is that what you own?
I own an air conditioning company. And he come with me, and I'm so proud of him to hear the things that, like, he can explain stuff we're doing it, why we're doing it. And over the summer, I mean, he was training guys that has never done this before. I mean, he can do the stuff as good as me, like new constructions, man, what we do. He can have them doing it as good as I can. And it's just amazing what a kid 14, 15 years old. Right. But then we notice here lately that he's just kind of selective hearing, hears what he wants to, goes against us, and that's not Kate. That's why we were concerned if he was doing drugs.
Well, I mean, y'all just have to be very cautious and careful. You know, if y'all fight like normal couples, I get that, okay? Couples do that.
Our thing's joking. We're like, we'll say stuff, like if she calls me fat or I call her fat, that's our way of saying like, what's up, or hey, or, I mean, that's just, we got a big grin on our face and we're laughing.
Right. But I think it's when the F-bomb comes out and bitch and all that.
They could, what's the word I'm looking for here?
When y'all say that word, like fuck and bitch and all that in front of them, is it joking or is it anger?
We haven't had any problems with the kids here. We hardly, you want to know what the things we argue about? And it's so frustrating because we've been dealing with it for so long. Is them two in private. Jason and Liz. That's the only thing that, it's not really, when we'd say something, it wouldn't be like directed at each other. It'd be like, that bitch, or I can't believe he did this, or something directed at them. It's not really directed at us. But between having a business with all the stress, because I stay busy, with having a business and having to deal with the stuff with them, it's pretty stressful.
Absolutely.
And just like you coming here, it's not, I know you're doing your job, but it was really just them way to try to get a cheap shot in because a court date might be coming up or something like that. So.
Well, I just want to ensure, what y'all want to say to each other in the privacy of your own home is wonderful. Just be cautious and be careful what you say in front of them. Like, don't go around and be like, I would like your saying this, so, like, you can't call anybody a fucking bitch or anything like that. Even if it is joking.
I understand. Everybody takes things differently. I understand.
Especially kids. Kids can totally misconstrue that as like, he's being so mean to my mom, when maybe you're just joking. She knows you're joking.
See, they come here and they tell us stuff like, Mom and Jason, Dad and Miss Liz were arguing in the front yard. She's like, fuck you, Jason, I'm fucking leaving. Fuck you. And see, when they tell us that, we don't get involved. We're not calling y'all. That's their business. As long as the kids ain't being hit, the kids ain't being attacked, the kids are being fed, I care, but I don't care. What can I do about it? Exactly. Everybody's going to fight.
I think my biggest concern was a knife, as long as I knew it was in jail.
Oh, she was like, I'm going to get your ass or something. She went, and that was it. It was like, ha ha, funny.
And I get it, hey, but I do, like, I totally...
It's not even like she pointed at me. She's like, I'm going to get you. It was I think a knife at the end's even broke off. I think it's broken.
But I'm just not ill.
I understand how people can...
your kids to be fearful too, okay? It just does, and we don't want that.
Yeah, I'd like to know how this got brought up because they were laughing. They like, it was almost as good because we had a major one over there one time. I think all of us were involved with some chocolate cake, some milk, some Kool-Aid, and one thing.
Dirty.
Oh, it was the worst one ever. It was bad, and the dogs were happy because the dogs were eating up all the cake off the floor. But yeah.
I just kind of want y'all's word that y'all sort of watch what y'all say.
You got to word, we'll watch what we say. But just know this whole thing was joking, and
Well, good. I have just a few, just some questions I have to ask. Do you have any drugs? Any on any medications?
I was on antibiotics. I've been sick for about 2 weeks. I've been on penicillin.
Okay. Any mental health? If you're a drug tested, or mental health tested? Any criminal history? Y'all have prior history with us, right?
Yeah, they called, I think it's not, I don't know if it was this past August or the August before that. Every time there's custody stuff coming up, that's when y'all start showing up.
Yeah, I don't like it when that happens. Are y'all going to court soon?
I'd have to ask my wife.
So I will tell you this, part of the allegation was drugs, okay? So I do have to see drug reports.
Okay, who got to get it?
I told you, well, I guess with some Williams said substance abuse, I think that would be closest.
Can I get to my own private doctor?
I think it has to be us, because we can offer to pay for it, and then they'll send the records right to us.
Okay, where's that?
I'll have to give you Holly's number, because I'm not quite, she's somewhere up in Florida, but Florida is clearly a very long street, so that is...
In Livingston?
I think it's actually more in Denham. I think it's actually in Denham. Because we have two places that we send people to. We go to page one, which is actually in Livingston, or Livingston Substance Abuse, which is in Denham. Okay, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think you're on drugs. They seem to be fine. But if there ever is an allegation of drugs, whether it's truthful or not, we have to see.
I understand. Yeah, see, all this comes about, I filed a lawsuit against him, I think 2 months ago, and I'm suing him, and she has a lawsuit against him.
Sue and Jason?
Suing Jason. Well, me and her are suing Jason, then I'm suing Jason.
Well, just think of it in a sense that this will look good for you to come out of court.
If it's what?
This will look good for you, just to be like, oh, good.
The first one that we filed is for beating her up civilly, and then he filed charges on me for stalking him, which is a complete lie, and this worked. Had to go to jail, get bonded out when I was there to testify as a witness for my wife against him. So everything got threw out once I proved that, showed videos of him following me. And so now I'm suing. I think it's defamation of character and some other stuff.
When was that?
When was he filed charges on me? I think October, November 2012. Oh yeah, this goes back to he's had second-degree battery, aggravated battery, all kinds of stuff.